I went to Florida's 2nd District, which is in the Panhandle. It is, they proudly say they have more in common with Alabama than Miami. And I think it's one of the most fascinating races in the country. It's one of the few races where a Republican incumbent is in a lot of trouble. And his name is Steve Sutherland. He has struggled on the gender issue. He's said some probably politically unwise comments. And his opponent is the daughter of former Senator Bob Graham. And she is a very savvy politician. Her name is Gwen Graham, and she's hammering him for it, but she's also running a very competent campaign. I think one of the most interesting tests of this cycle is, can Democrats win this seat with a good candidate, with a good organization, but a very, very bad environment for the National Party? I didn't know much about the Graham operation until I went down there. I didn't understand what kind of a big deal it was. This is essentially political royalty in Florida. They give out pins, little lapel pins with graham crackers on them to loyalists. They pass out graham crackers at events, and these are all throwbacks to things they used to do. Bob Graham would go around the state and have what he called work days, where he would perform the duties of a constituent. He would cut someone's hair, he would work in a factory, he would go fishing. And so Gwen Graham has taken that on. And so what's happened is a lot of people who remember the old days of the 70s, 80s, and 90s of the Grahams would come out just to see the celebrity, Mr. and Mrs. Graham, and get to know Gwen. And they might not quite be Democratic, but by the time they left, they would be wanting the paraphernalia, wanting to be part of the effort. While there's been so much attention on Gwen Graham, Steve Sutherland's family is huge. And so his family just descends upon you as you walk up, and you meet his mom and his dad and his sisters, and you see people who really, truly love the candidate. His grandfather founded a funeral home. So I think what people forget is Steve Sutherland is a congressman, but he and his family have been there on the worst day of the lives of so many people around him. So when I was covering Steve Sutherland's event, one of the struggles was that the Gwen Graham event was scheduled soon after, and I had to race across half the state just to get to the event. So I was in a hurry to leave Sutherland's rally early, and his press guy, this music started playing, and the press guy said, "Are you sure you want to leave?" And I stopped, and the next thing I knew, Steve Sutherland was singing.
Be afraid, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me, stand by me.
I pulled out my iPhone and raced over to the stage and recorded it as much of it as I could, because it was quite amazing to see a member of Congress bust out in show tunes.